Hi, quick update. I'm gonna make this relatively quick because I want to go to bed. It's 10:42 again, which makes sense. I have a bird filter on this time because I like the bird filter because I think it looks cute. I have my marble in my hand because I didn't know where that went. I went to the doctor today for my eyebrow thing that I was complaining about, and they're like, "Oh, it's just a migraine." And I'm like, oof, pretty sure it's not fam. But alright. And they prescribed me, like, well, not prescribed because like they're not like over the counter stuff. It's just like regular ibuprofen and stuff like that. They were like, you can take a whole bunch of this thing and this thing and this thing all at the same time because I'm already prescribed like migraine relief pills and stuff like that. So she basically gave me like a roadmap of how to get drugged up on pain pills. So that's cool. And she said, oh yeah, go get acupuncture if that doesn't work. Or reduce stress. I'm like, fam, I had my first exam today. It's not gonna happen. My hair is wet, again, because I just took a depression shower. It was less depressing than last time, so that's good. I shot another big scene in my animation today. So yeah, that made me feel good. I had to rip up paper for like hours doing it. So that kind of was really boring, but I managed to do that, and I set up that set. And I got so fucking frustrated at one point. I was stapling the felt background, because I made the background out of felt, to the wall. Well, not wall, cardboard. And, like, I could not get it to stick, and it was doing the thing that fitted sheets do when they, like you get one corner, and then the other one bounces up, and then you get the other corner, and another one bounces up. It was getting so frustrating. So I was literally saying, fuck, 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 every other word. Wow, I would be demonetized if I had money to begin with. Wow, icon. We stand a rebel. I figured out how to get my shower speaker working again, so that's good. We love her. I'm having less urges to hurt myself, which is good. I haven't had them any at all today, which is probably because of reduced stress, as the doctor suggested, but she doesn't know about that part. I have progress on that sketch I was doing on the stairwell. I realized I haven't shown it at all. I haven't even mentioned it really. So I decided that I wanted to show that before I did this little video. I'm nowhere near done yet, but that's because it's exam week. This is the progress I've made. It's glitching out so bad. This is the progress I've made on it because it's during exam week. So yeah, that's that. That's good. The presentation for SAD, because I know that's contradictory, I drew that and I'm in SAD. Chairperson, by the way. The SAD presentation that we were supposed to do down at the middle school, like, completely fell through, because we were supposed to do it with, like, a lady from the district attorney's office who, like, has a whole spiel planned. And because Bellingham can't do anything right, literally ever, that fell through. So now we're just doing it, and by we're, I mean I, because I'm just gonna write all of it and then show it to everybody and let them pick the pictures. Because it's not that I don't trust them to fuck up, to not fuck up. That's double negative, but it's fine. I don't they're 8th graders. All of them, except for one other person. And he has not been in SAD previous to this. So I'm a little nervous if I just let everyone take the wheel, because people can't even handle making a poster, let alone myself. So I think I'm just going to do it all beforehand and then propose it at the meeting, because our next meeting is like next Tuesday, because that's when exams end. I wrote a giant essay today about Troy Maxon from the play Fences, and I really like it, because it really helped me kind of understand his character more and kind of helped me understand my dad more, because surprise, surprise, I have daddy issues. Even though they're entirely different people, but it helps understand fatherly motivations, you know? So that's good. I keep saying, like, to myself, like, oh, I'm gonna make this short, and then I look at the time counter in, like, the bottom left corner, because yes, I filmed this in photo booth. I don't know if you could tell by this. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's been 5 minutes that I've been talking. But, I mean, my therapy sessions are an hour apiece, and I feel like those are either 2 minutes long or as long as the entire Bible took to write, so. What else has gone on in, like, the last 2 days? I think that's literally it that's happened in, like, the last 2 days. It feels good to talk about it. Like, really good to talk about it. Because I can't do journals because I think way too fast, like way faster than I write, and like I just get frustrated. And then I talked to my therapist about that because he was like, you need to get your emotions out one way or another, like, because otherwise you're just going to explode, fam. He didn't say that, but that was the implication, because I get very angry very, very easily because I build everything up inside and then I let it out only when I'm talking. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna talk as a journal. And publish it on the internet, because, you know, I'm whatever fucking generation 2001 is in now. Because I've been told 3 answers in the last week. So whatever generation you think 2001 is a part of, let me know. So yeah, that's good. I'm eyeing those colored pencils over there. I really want to make a piece of those colored pencils. I have my art final tomorrow. Not final, midterm. Because I'm in art 3. It's going to say 4 on my transcript, but I didn't actually take art 3. It's just the same class. But they screwed me out of art 2, sophomore year. So, and I took graphic design instead. So I'm behind a year. Even though I'm going to fucking art school. Thanks, Bellingham. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing for that, because we're supposed to do critiques of other people's work. We're supposed to bring in a piece of ours. But the issue is that I spent the entirety of the first semester working on my 2 RISD pieces for the assignment for Forge. So I have nothing to bring in besides, like, maybe this sketch, but it doesn't follow any of the assignments we've done. And, like, maybe some of my animation, but I brought that up to my teacher, because I love Eder with all my heart, in a way that's not gonna get him fired. Most platonic way possible. Like, he's like a dorky older brother, even though I don't have siblings, so. I was like, oh, I could just show my animation to someone and they could critique it, and he was like, yeah, but people here don't know how to critique animation, and I was like, fair enough, you said it, I didn't. But yeah, that's cool. My sweatpants got wet today, so crippling depression on that front. I got Wendy's today, and that was good. Oh, my friend ran from the school, at one point. I'm not going to disclose who, because I don't want to do that. But they ran from the school, and I had a panic attack that day. That's what I forgot to talk about, my panic attack. That's why I wanted to do this whole video, because I haven't had a panic attack in so long, and I wanted to remember the date of, like, my last one, because I could not for the life of me remember the last one I had. But it was, I can't tell if it was a panic attack or a shutdown. I think it was a combo. It was a double whammy. We stand a general anxiety disorder and Asperger's queen. Because, like, it was sensory overload and, like, shutting down, like, I wasn't having any sensory input, but also I was hyperventilating and having, like, all the panic symptoms, like, I get really sweaty and my heart rate goes up really, really fast. So it was either one or the other, because I was panicking, but I was also shutting out all the sensory input. So I don't know if it was a shutdown or a panic attack, but it was after one of my friends ran from the school, and she was home, and I had to tell admin, because I felt so guilty about it, because I was the only one who knew, and they were all calling her, which is when they go over the announcement, and they're like, name, report to the office. I was like, and I walked past admin twice in the hallway, going over to the vending machine, and the people in admin who saw me out there know I know this person. So they were, like, kind of looking at me as I was walking past, and I was like, for the love of God, don't ask me. For the love of God, don't ask me. And then the third time I had to go out there and pass them, I heard them say her name explicitly, and I was like, and they were, like, gonna call this person's older brother, and I was like, she texted me, she's at home. She texted me, she's at home. And so that was a whole thing. And so I was panicking because of that. And then, like, within the same hour, I get to my English class, because I take AP Lit, and because that's one of the very few classes I am taking this year, because I took 3 APs last year. I get to AP Lit, and everybody has their revision of, we do giant papers called lit journals. It's 10 fucking minutes I've been talking. Wow. I said this was going to be a short one. It's not going to be a short one, even though it's been 2 days. I think it's been 2 days. It might be 1 day. My sense of time is even worse than I thought it was. I don't know what memories happened yesterday, today, or the day before. I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. And I realized this when I tried to find my MacBook charger that got lost today. And I was remembering stuff that happened way before other memories, but I was insisting it happened before. So, like, if in the chronological order, this is event A and this is event B, I was insisting it was this way. Because that's how I remembered it. But, yeah, my sense of memory and time, it has been fucked since I first got depressed. But yeah, it has been fucked since as long as I can remember. But, I get to my English class, and all these people have their giant revisions of the giant papers we do called lit journals. And I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot my physical copy, because she asks for a physical copy every time you turn it in digitally. And so I thought, okay, I can still turn it in digitally. And I'm like having a panic attack already, because I'm like, oh no, I fucked up. I don't have my paper. She's definitely going to dock me for that. And she comes over to me and she looks at me and she's like, oh, are you using an extension? Because we have things called extensions. We get 2 at the beginning of the year, and I already used 1 on my summer work. And I did not want to use it again, because I was like, oh no, like, what if I have another issue at the end of the year? Like, I really need to save that one. And I go, I don't have it. I'm so sorry. And I'm, like, on the verge of tears already. And she's like, okay, so you're using your extension. And I was like, can I just email it to you? And she said, yeah. And then I go and look for it. And it was originally a Google Doc, but I converted it over to Pages so I could finally edit it. So I would have a copy on my computer if the school deletes my Google Docs at the end of the year, because I'm so paranoid that, like, the second I graduate, they're going to delete the account, even though I know Bellingham is nowhere near that efficient. But I have so much shit on my Google account through the school that I'm, like, desperately trying to convert all of it over as I do it. So I converted it to a Pages doc, and I realized, like, my last 3 sections are not on the Google Doc that I would email her. So I'm like, I have the paper finished, but this is not the right version. And so, like, I had to lie, and I felt really bad about that, because I think she saw me working on a Google Doc, because that's how I took all my notes during class, was in the Google Doc. And then I converted it over. When I finished it, I turned to her, I was like, it's in a Pages doc on my laptop, which I don't have with me, because it's, like, the one day, because I bring my laptop in every fucking day, but I knew we were doing nothing that day, and I don't want to bring in a laptop if we're doing nothing. So, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm like, can I just email it to you, like, right when I get home? And so, like, I'm freaking out, and what I do is I, like, she says, yeah, and I'm, like, having a panic attack. And so I go down to not going to say her name, the school psychologist's office, and I'm, like, having a panic attack. She helps me through it, and she's like, what's the issue? I'm like, it's in the Google Doc, but it's at home, and I have to email it to her as soon as I get home, and stuff like that. And she's like, would it make you feel better if I just let you finish it in the Google Doc version and then send it to her now? And I was like, thank you! And so what I did is in their conference room computer, I was on there typing and finishing the whole thing in the original Google Doc version. And, like, it's a slightly different version that I sent to her, like, right before leaving school. So hopefully she doesn't notice that it says, like, 201. But, I sent that to her. And, like, she didn't say anything to me today, because that all happened yesterday. She didn't say anything to me today, and I had her final today, so I think it's all good, but I was, like, freaking the fuck out, because I have not fucked up that bad this year, because I've been keeping things pretty orderly, because I found the blessing that is Google Calendar, because, oh my god, I am such a disorganized person, and I can't keep a journal, like I said. I tried doing bullet journaling, because that was, like, colorful and doodly and stuff like that, and I thought, oh, I could keep that going. Fuck no, can't do it. And then I tried using like planners. Like I had like an ass little planners. Like I had the school ones they would give to you, and I could use those somewhat. But then like halfway through the year, I would like drop it completely, and not drop it like physically drop it, like drop it as in I would not do it anymore. And then I would buy my own planners that were like customizable. But the thing is, like I am not good at keeping track and keeping hold on these things, so I just would stop doing them again. And like with a lot of planners, like I didn't like them because they were like big books, and I was like, I want a big book. I don't want a big book. I don't want to have to carry something with me everywhere, but I need it big enough that I can see it and I can write a lot. So I tried using like the Apple calendar they had on like some of the phones like a while ago, and I tried using just reminders, but like having them spread out on the two platforms really like fucked with me, and I didn't like how the Apple calendar thing looked. I forget, this was old, this is a while ago, but I don't even think that's a preset anymore, that they have that calendar thing. I don't even think that's a preset anymore, but yeah, I use Google Calendar now, and it's a lot better. Because I can color code everything, and I can link it up with like my Google Classrooms, because I have Google Classroom groups that I'm in, not because of class, because of clubs that I'm in, and so I can link up all the calendars, and I could see everything like a beautiful color coded array, and I can put everything in it, and it's wonderful. I love it. I love you, Google Docs. Mwah. And so I've been keeping pretty organized this year, and I was like, oh, I have not fucked up this bad this year. Oh my god. I was like freaking the fuck out. So I had a panic attack, and then I went to therapy. And therapy was pretty good, and I talked to my mom during it about my issue I was having with being talked to about my animation, how it was stressing me out and making it so I don't want to do it, because my productivity is very contingent on my emotional state. Whereas especially when it comes to art, especially, because I can write an essay when I'm sad, when I'm mad, everything like that. I can do math when I'm sad, when I'm mad, but with art, it's very contingent on my emotional state, and I have to be like shoved by myself. I can't be shoved by outside forces, otherwise I panic and push back. So I was kind of being pushed by my parents in a way to do my project that I didn't like and I wasn't responding well to. So I talked to my mom about that a bit in therapy, and I was really proud of myself because I worked up the courage to talk to a parent. I haven't worked up the courage to talk to both parents, because no, that's ever going to happen, fam. Just gotta wait and hold my breath till I move out. But that felt really good to do, to kind of say that, like, please can you lay off, and to have Wayne, like, Wayne is the name of my therapist, actually hear like it come from the horse's mouth with regards to how things work and the dynamics of my home, because my parents are very, very, very nice people. Like, they're very courteous people, but in the house things can be a little different, and it's nice to have him hear that like I am not exaggerating when it's happening in my house. Like, I tell things how they happen, and I exaggerate in some other aspects for comedic effect, even though I don't know why I'm trying to impress my therapist, but that helps me cope while talking about stuff, and it was nice to have that validated, that I am speaking pure truth on a certain aspect. And that Coke can in the background is infuriating me. I'm gonna have to take that stuff downstairs after this, and I am incredibly thirsty, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up and stop here. There's a dog in my therapist's office. I'll leave you with that. His name is Finn. He's a very tall golden retriever. He's a big boy. He is very large. He is like 3 feet tall, standing up. He is big boy. And he's like 3.5 feet long. He is big and very fluffy and kind of an orangey color for a golden retriever. But yeah, I love him, and I think about Finn a lot. I love Finn. Finny boy. So yeah, that's been my 2 days that I very much needed to rant about, because I am very stressed. Fair farin. Bye to my birds. You've been wonderful sidekicks. One of my teachers brought in her baby, and I just remembered it. Okay, cool. Bye.